See, and since we launched this during May 2020, does it mean that this inbound call is more suitable for banking and financial services only, or is it also applicable or suitable for
It could be used for other industries, definitely. But banking, as you know, we always see that when you want to call a bank, the waiting time is quite enormously high. And then you have to press multiple buttons. And then at the final stage, you reach to the agent. And that decreases the customer experience in a way that, and banks are very particular about their giving the best quality of services to their client. Hence, Vizlin solves all that pain point, because as soon as you dial a number, the bot will pick up the call and say, how can I help you? And it will direct you to the relevant bot or a human agent according to the intention of the caller. So, but parallelly, like you mentioned, and you asked the question, is it applicable to other industries? Of course, definitely. Wherever there is an inbound call coming in, and for FAQs or for any other product information, it could be used. In fact, we are currently working with insurance companies, and we are also exploring airline industry. Could be another vertical that where a lot of inbound call comes from the clients.
Okay, so we have talked enough about the inbound solutions, but we do also have the outbound solutions, right?
Correct.
Can you please share one or two successful use cases in Thailand, particularly how we help clients in this country scale their business on which?
It's a great question. So for Thailand, we started our operations back in 3 years back. We already acquired the biggest telco in the market and biggest bank also in the market. When we started exploring their requirements and their pain point, we realized that there is a lack of human force and there is a large scalability of the customer base they have and they want to reach it in time. So when we launched our outbound solution, as I mentioned, one of the biggest USP with the bot is the scalability. We could easily scale them up and down as per the requirement from the bank and the telco. When we started with the debt collection, like payment reminders and also some easy use cases because they also wanted to see what results we can bring for them and all. And for the benchmark purposes, we shadow their current processes with a human agent. So for example, what are the human agent? How many human agents they have deployed for a particular use case? Supposedly for debt collection of a postpaid card or postpaid number. So how many agents they have, how many calls the agent can make, what is the connection rate, and what is the promise to pay rate on the phone, and actual rate that the payment has been made. So we benchmark that in the beginning, and we started following that as our benchmark. And within I think, first or 2 months, we were able to cross that benchmark. And also, additionally, we were able to save huge amount of cost for their ongoing operations, around 30 to 40%. And that made them trust in us more, and then the scalability increased for other use cases.
So reliability, scalability, and also cost efficiency.
Correct.
So, and since we are talking about clients in Thailand, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're only serving Thai language, but also other languages.
As you know, our background and our company that we started our operation from Singapore. We are our headquarters in Singapore. But over the last 5 years, we're exponentially grown into Southeast Asia market. In fact, last year, we started with the Brazil and Mexico operations as well. So we have gone into South America also. And all these regions like Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Thailand, Brazil, Mexico, we have our own ASR TTS engine language. And that makes us different than other third-party providers out there in the market who rely on other big giant to borrowing their TTS and ASR engine. We have developed from our experts, means they have done a phenomenal job to develop this ASR engine specifically made for the regional languages like Thai or Vietnamese or Malay and all. And that plays a very vital role when you're dealing with a regional client because that's kind of accuracy they require. What is the point of having a bot makes a phone call but doesn't understand what the customer is speaking, right? So accuracy is another indicator we follow. You will be surprised to know that for Thailand particularly, our accuracy is 95%. It's quite high compared to others in the market for 80 to 85%.